Hello there.
So good morning, everyone. I'm having the same problem I had last week. Well, I guess we'll just have to limp along. This is Lolan, and I want to welcome you all to our weekly Being Your Own CEO Success Circle. This is a support especially for solopreneurs. And this morning, we are going to be looking at Kajabi. So let us begin with some introductions of everyone. Um, so since Javita is on the screen right now, I would like to welcome her. She is with us from Mumbai, India, and she teaches and promotes yoga and Reiki, and she does both of those online. So thanks for joining us this morning, Javita. So let's see, and David Flannery is with us. He is in Illinois, USA, and he creates affordable websites for small business. And then we have Paul Murray, who's in my neighborhood here in Victoria, and he helps startups turn ideas into profitable action. So, welcome, Paul. I'm glad we were just, when we came on, we were just griping about the weather. We have -5 here in Victoria, which is not very common. So now then, I just before we get going, I'm going to see if I can figure out what is happening here. So I'm going to try changing the view on my system here and see whether that makes any difference. No, it doesn't seem to make any difference. I don't know what is causing that. Some people may know that, well, there, I've changed the view and it seems to show up in a different way. So, good morning, Alana. I see you. Um, and for everybody's benefit, Alana is with us from Ireland, and she helps people create and maintain websites. So I'm glad you're here. So now this is really strange. Some people may, on the outside, I know we have some people watching from the outside this morning. And in the past, I have had some difficulties with Zoom and OBS. So I live stream from Zoom through OBS to YouTube to my website. And there's has been a difficulty with Zoom. I've been with the techies, and I've had to go back to a previous version of Zoom in order to be able to do what I'm doing. And but also I seem to be having difficulty with being able to just white box myself. So I don't know why that is. So I see that Jay has joined us. Good morning, Jay. Happy that you are here.
Yeah, good morning. Traffic was a bear. I got stuck in the snow.
You did not. So let me see if that works. No, it doesn't. So when I go back to speaker view, it does not show me. I don't know what. I don't know why. But anyway, so we are all here. Jay is going to help us this morning. Say again, David.
Yeah, we are broadcasting straight through. Everything is looking very good
Right.
in YouTube and on your website.
Right on. That's good news. even though I, even though I'm the speaker in Zoom, I'm not showing up on the screen. How strange is that? So we were going to talk about Kajabi. And of course, David started me right off this morning with and said, "What the heck is Kajabi?" So I'm glad he asked that question, which tells me that I should explain what my own research has done. I went online and I said, define WordPress. Was where I started. And the definition came up for me that WordPress is a content management system for building and maintaining websites. So I really liked that definition. But then I started thinking, I wonder how many content management systems there are. And I found a whole list. WordPress, of course, being one. Another one that never shows up in anything that I read. However, I've used it, so I will mention it. Google Sites. And then there's Drupal. And then there's Joomla. And then there's Wix. And then there's Kajabi. So, not long ago, Jay happened to mention to all of us that he was going to be doing some work with Kajabi, with the developers of Kajabi. So we all said, "What's Kajabi? We want to know more." So I twisted Jay's arm and asked him if he would give us a bit of a presentation this morning about what is Kajabi and what is the difference between Kajabi and WordPress, because most of us are using WordPress, not all of us, I guess, but most of us. So we wanted to know, why would you use one over the other, etc. So before we get started, any comments or questions from the members of the panel this morning?
I just want to mention Squarespace.
Oh, Squarespace. I did see that. Do you use that, Alana?
Not yet. I have a client who has a site in Squarespace, and I'm going to be helping on that site at some point, but so far I'm not helping yet. So
right, it's another.
I have to wrap my head around it, so that's why I mentioned
that's
it.
what I was going to say. Another learning curve. Right on. Cool. So I think we have everyone here and taken care of. So Jay. No, I see there's a couple of comments in here. There is a comment just in here from Javita, just saying good morning and hello to everyone. So that's a comment from within Zoom. I'm sure having my issues these days.
Vivek is commenting, can Kajabi get my job done? And then he says, pun intended.
Right.
That's a great segue as to how I was going to start my talk. Was, with all this software available, this this these content management systems, you can have, quote unquote, the world's best CMS system, whether it be WordPress, Kajabi, Joomla, whatever. None of it's going to work without the human behind it. So keep that in mind. I often see like, is this software going to make my site run better, faster? Am I going to get more sales because of this? Well, no, it's not. It's you behind the wheel, right? So, I mean, unless you know how to drive conversions, unless you know how to write content, if you have a Ferrari and you don't know how to drive, it's not going to get you there any faster, right? I mean, you need to know how to drive that particular Ferrari, to be able to get there safely and effectively. So just keep that in mind whenever it comes to whenever you're looking for, any kind of software to help you run your online business. Now, the main difference between WordPress and Kajabi is Kajabi's really labeled themselves as a tapping into what's called the knowledge commerce market, digital product type of scenario, and that's really where Kajabi is shining these days. Kajabi used to be just a landing page software where it created landing pages, and then you can funnel people into wherever you want. And then it's basically blossomed into this full-scale software that does a variety of things, including being able to write content, to have like a front-end website, a blog, an email system, and also an area where you can have customers purchase and download your products, or purchase and watch your products online. So let me just kind of share my screen here. So this is just the front end of Kajabi. Okay, pretty cool. And here's a few of the people that use Kajabi. So obviously everyone is attracted to different people, in their business career. Someone that I gravitate to is Brendan Bouchard. I like the way he does his work, and so he uses Kajabi. Some people involved in the internet marketing world might recognize this name, Billie Jean. So he uses Kajabi. Charlene Johnson, she's been around in this industry for quite a while. She started out as just like a fitness product expert on the shopping channel, and has really blossomed into well, as she calls it, a fitness entrepreneur. So as you can see, there's quite a number of different type of people with different types of products and offerings that use the product. What I like about Kajabi is that not only can you build a website, like front-end website and a blog, you can have membership sites and courses. It's what it's basically done is it's taken all the little pieces that you are probably using to run an effective online business, and it's basically put it all into one software package. Excuse me. Primarily, it's the delivery of this said knowledge commerce, right? So online courses, membership sites, you can do quizzes and surveys, you can deliver emails, and all sorts of wonderful things. So as it calls it, they've got landing pages, funnels, which are pretty much the same. Landing pages and funnels, they have a specific thing inside of Kajabi called pipelines, and pipelines basically put all of these four things together and saying, okay, well, I want to deliver a digital, a virtual summit. So I'm building a virtual summit, and I want to have people sign up, pay, watch the summit online, and be able to access and get emails announcing when the next presenter is on. So this pipeline feature inside of Kajabi does all of this. So another thing, one of the biggest rubs with running an online business is taking money from people. Not so much the process of taking money, but the management therein of collecting payments, making sure that they get access to their product, and if it's an ongoing recurring fee, or if it's a trial, just the ongoing management of all this. So Kajabi automates everything. You just have to set it up in the beginning, and it's good to go. This is primarily why I love using Kajabi, is because it shaves so much time off of the production and the management of the site that you don't need to worry about any of this, right? It's all taken care of automatically. And their support really is pretty awesome. They have a variety of different types of support channels, ranging from live chat. They have phone support as well, and they have like, you know, sending in a ticket for support and stuff. There's also a Facebook community. Whereas if it's more of a kind of, I need advice on this type of thing, that Kajabi group is Facebook group is great, because there's lots of different types of people that can answer that question before submitting your question inside of support. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little whirl inside of Kajabi. So here's a relatively new, so this is the inside, this is the back end of Kajabi. And what this does, as you can see, it's you have your little dashboard here. It shows you sales, members, and stuff like that. So this is a new site that I've developed. And this is what it looks like on the front end. Now, my purpose with this particular Kajabi site is to funnel people into a webinar. So as you can see, I have a webinar in 45 minutes. But don't worry, I am guaranteed to show up at that webinar, even if I physically am unable to attend. So one of the great things I love about the Kajabi pipelines is one of the pipeline products that you can do is you can create a what's called an evergreen webinar. Meaning, if you can record a video and do a live webinar and it records, you can take that recording and then you can stick it in a pipeline and it can develop an automated webinar, meaning that when this marker hits 0, it resets again for another couple hours. Okay, I think I have it it plays every 2 hours. So when someone comes on to this and they see, yes, reserve my spot, clicks on that, they put their name and their email. And then what happens is they get put into that pipeline for that time slot. And then they get the emails, and then they'll get the webinar link in the email, and they'll be able to watch the webinar. And then there's a sequence of stuff after the webinar as well. And all of this is automated with pipelines. So the only thing that I needed to do to get this to work was to A, create the webinar, so just record a video, and B, and then just set up the website, which is all drag and drop, and then, you know, plug in the pipeline, set up the pipeline, and then it's good to go. So let me show you the back end, and I'll just briefly show you the pipeline that was built for that. So pipeline is kind of like a mind map, as you can see here. So it has a couple different steps. You have the registration page, which is what you just saw. And then you have the webinar part. And the webinar part are basically actions. So here on the left-hand side, you can see what's called event actions. So these are various events that happen upon certain things that get triggered. So for example, when someone registers, an email gets sent out to them. So if I clicked on that, I can now edit this email, as you can see here. It's all automated. So, and then here, they get another email. It says, so the first one is when as soon as they register. This one is 60 minutes before the actual presentation. Mm-hmm. And then one more 15 minutes before the actual presentation. So there's 3 emails going out, you know, within a 2-hour period. So some people might think that that's a lot, but because it's an event that's happening the same day, you want to be sending simple reminders. I'm not selling anything to them. I'm just giving them notification that the webinar is about to start. And then from there, inside each of those emails is a link to the actual webinar room. So, and then here is the other event action. So this is the email that actually, or I'm sorry, the webinar. So it's saying, create the webinar every 2 hours. So recycle the webinar every 2 hours. And then here, this email gets sent the day after they visit the webinar. Okay. So that's all set up. And then here is what's called our confirmation page. So the confirmation page, just going to move you guys out of the way. So this is, as soon as they register, they get to see this page, right? And it says, check your email for how to access the webinar. Be sure to add this event to your calendar. And then this is the date that they signed up under. And then this little automated video happens right away. It's automatically plays. It's not a YouTube embed video. It's a video that I've uploaded. And then, so it's just a little video to remind them, hey, make sure, here's what's going to happen in, when we do the webinar. And then here, this page, as you can see, it's a 3 sections, right? So if I were to preview it, this is the actual webinar room, as they call it, right? So live stream, do not close this window. And you can see here's the countdown, right? So you can see there's a couple ways how they'll be able to access the webinar room. One is through the actual pipeline funnel, and another one is through a webinar. Because I mean, if I'm here, I'm not going to be sitting here for 39 minutes and 57 seconds, right? I'm gonna do other things, and most likely accidentally close this window. That's what where the emails come in. That's why we do this frequent emails. Hey, oh, don't forget, it's starting soon. And then once this countdown comes to 0, it says, welcome, click below to join the live training webinar. And then it's a link and then all that link does is it changes to the live video. And the live video is uploaded in here. And then from there, after the webinar, and the webinar is, like I said, it's a pre-made video. After the webinar shuts down, then they see this, where they can click on this button, and then that goes to the final page, which is like a sales page, which I'm still working on. So here's the sales page, where people can then purchase the product. Now this part is obviously optional. You don't have to be selling them anything if you don't, if you're not selling them anything, but in this case, I'm selling them something. Mm-hmm. So this page can be like, oh, webinar wrap up. Here's what we learned today, that kind of thing. So yeah, so that's just one feature that kind of wraps up almost everything that's inside of Kajabi. Are there any questions so far about what I've shown?
Well, it's not a question, it's just an observation. All of those steps that are included are all the things that we've all spent ages trying to learn how to do in WordPress.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Alana, I think I saw you waving. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I probably know the answer, but I'll just double check with Jay. So for using this platform, it's basically its own platform, right? It's not built on top of WordPress or anything like that.
It's independent, yeah. It's
independent, so it's its own little platform. Well, not little by any means, but and so you still have to do the normal stuff like buy a domain name and all that.
Yeah, you can actually do it without a domain name because it does have a subdomain similar to Wealthy Affiliate Site Rubik's.
All right.
Yeah, so so this domain names, it's affiliate resources dot mykajabi.com, or I've actually set this up as a subdomain. So, you know, I have my affiliate resources site, which is one of my main affiliate websites, which is this one. And then, so what I've done is I've set it up so that if I type in my.affiliateresources.org, it takes me to my Kajabi site. So you can set it up under a subdomain. You can buy your own domain. So another one is my affiliate coach website.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me show you another website. Let's see if I can find it real quick here. Oh, maybe it's .ca. There we go. So this website is it's a Kajabi site. Okay, this was built by someone who had zero experience building a website. And as you can see, you know, it works out pretty well. This person also has a blog. So this blog is actually run by Kajabi. Now, the cool thing that I really like about the Kajabi blog is that it not only has the ability to put blog content in there, it has the ability to put comments. You know, it has the ability to put videos. So see where this header image is, that can actually be a video and not a YouTube embed video, a video where you've created the video, you upload it to your blog post. So then that blog post is actually a video that you've uploaded to your blog post. So it's a nice little feature where it's keeping everything within your own domain, right? You're not having anything where it goes away. Dave.
Couple things. Can you embed YouTube videos if you want?
Yes.
Okay. And how does this do with SEO?
It does great. Yeah. So inside the back end, inside the back end of the site, every page or post has a meta title, meta description, upload image. And as long as you follow the same kind of scenario with SEO, the internal link and external link. So let's take a look here. Let's see what she's doing. If she's done anything recent. So you can see that this person's website, which is an entire Kajabi website, is ranking for 1,600 different type of keywords. I'm sure Nancy will love this. So USANA vitamins review, and this Kajabi site is number 2. And then there's Nancy's. So if I click on that, and here's the other thing, is she's not even promoting USANA. She's just getting people to funnel into her email series. So there's the front end. So let's kind of jump in. You saw pipeline, so let's kind of jump into the back end a little bit more, and I'll show you quickly all the products that are available. So you have your website. So you have your external site that you can build. And inside here, You can build, the way that this looks. Has individual pages. So if you want to build like a standalone, like an about me page or something like that, you can do that in here. This also does show you your pipeline pages in here. You have a blog area, so you can set up a blog area. You can capture your Google Analytics. So it's very similar in terms, and it's very easy to build a website inside of Kajabi, really easy. So just to give you an idea, I go manage themes. I go pick a theme. So there's these different types of layouts that you can choose. And then from there, these are just base layouts. From there, you can redesign, do what you want with it. I'll just quickly show you the editor. So you see how everything's all drag and drop pretty much, right? So if I want to select an image, I can upload a file there. I can change the content. And from there, I can add a section, and this section here has all these different types of things I can add. And then I can even preview to see what it looks like.
Looks very much like Elementor.
Elementor, right?
Yeah. So there's one thing, and then there's the marketing part of it. So I showed you the pipeline, right? That one right there. And then you have email campaigns, and you can create. So with email campaigns, so basically Kajabi has email marketing built right inside it. And yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great. So you can send out a broadcast to your to whoever you want. You can send out, you can set up a campaign where it's like a drip campaign where it's sending out a bunch of emails over a period of time. And you can send, you could segment your list really easily with things called tags and actions. So for example, when someone is in a marketing list on your Kajabi and they purchase a product, that person can be moved from your marketing campaign to your product owner campaign. So it literally lifts that person out of that email series and into a new series based on their actions, which is extremely powerful, right? Because it gives you the ability to really automate everything, right? So that way, it's hard to do that inside of other products, like inside of Aweber or Constant Contact, MailChimp. It's very complex to do. This way, it's set up. You can set it up through the pipeline, or you can set it up here manually. All sorts of different things. So, just to kind of wrap up, I know there's lots of different things in here. There's things called assessments. You can do assessments and quizzes, and you can actually reveal the score at the end. So it has that, that LMS type of feel to it. So there's your assessments there. You can do assessments. It also has its own affiliate program. So if you're selling products and you want to give an incentive and get people to promote for you, you can create an affiliate program inside here. In terms of the settings, you've got your payment integrations. So you can integrate with PayPal or Stripe or both. You can do multiple currencies. You can automate your taxes. So if you have to charge a tax, depending on where the person is located, that can be set up. You can also do an abandoned cart email, which is kind of cool. So that if someone sees your sales page and they press checkout, they fill in their email, and from there they kind of go, I don't know, I want to do it. I'm gonna, or maybe they get distracted. Then a timer sets in, and then they get an email sent 60 minutes after they leave that cart. They close that window, and it's like, hey, where'd you go? Finish your payment.
Wow.
Yeah. And then throughout this whole funnel with PayPal, so if you have it on, if you're using Stripe, they don't leave your website. They process the transaction all online. If you're using PayPal, it opens up the window to authenticate your PayPal, and then that's it. So it kind of it basically, if you're looking for, like, if you're a future product owner, and you're looking for a solution to find where you kind of have everything all in one, I would seriously take a good look at Kajabi versus using WordPress with OS Commerce, and then having email marketing in there, and then having some sort of plugin to make sure you process payments, maybe an affiliate plugin in there. So based on that, adding up all the costs with that, you're probably running about 200 a month easily, if you want to effectively run a good digital commerce type of program. With Kajabi's, their pricing, they have 3 different tiers, and with all of these tiers, you get everything. So in the first tier, you get everything that I showed except for the affiliate program, and then the middle tier is includes the affiliate program. Operators are standing by.
Oh, that looks like it's such I mean, so much less work. And of course, I have personal experience that I could from my LearnDash fiasco. Wow, this is
Yeah.
so impressive.
One thing I forgot to mention is that you can actually have as a product, a community, like a little forum inside your members area.
Oh, wow. But yeah.
So if you're thinking about doing a monthly charge for ongoing product, service, support, consulting, whatever, that can take place. And then you can also have a forum in there to keep people engaged and coming back into the lesson plan, lesson portals. Yeah, and then in terms of let me quickly show you. Let me log into a different one. I'll just show you how the form looks and stuff real quick here. Let's do this one. All right, so here is the community. So these are all the topics that I've set up, and then I can go to my community, and I can see that there's different topics. So I can click on any one of these topics, and then see the action that's going on, or I can go to the feed. Like so, and then just see the action that's in there. Okay. I'll just show you how the course is laid out. So this is what the inside of a course looks like. So here you've got your different modules. And then this is the main kind of area. So I can go to any one of these modules, click on them, and then I can take a look. I can see there's comments. I can see here's the module. So there's the lesson. And you see here, it shows you how long the video is. And I can take a look. So now this doesn't Kajabi didn't do this. That's the video that I did the production for. So, but yeah, I just uploaded the video when it was done. Right. You can have people leave comments. Now the cool thing is in the back end of Kajabi is you can see you can look at your overall stats of like what your students have been watching, where's a cutoff point. You can go on an individual student by student basis and you can see what they have watched and what they haven't watched and stuff. So I'm very much like the dentist when I'm asking if you flossed. Yes, I have flossed. So
See, that's kind of scary. You can't get away with lying here. You can't say, "Oh yeah, Jay, I saw that video." Oh yeah, I saw
awesome. Your shirt was just like, yeah.
But a question though, this software would not be, because I noticed in the pricing, it you can have one product, 15 products, 100 products. Okay, it's 3, 15, 100. So this would not be a good product for someone that's looking to promote Amazon or anything like that, because there's too many affiliate links, right? It's more geared for like a training, coaching, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's not limited to just like a digital product, right? So, for example, if you offer services, this would be a great way to basically take your payments from people, and then you can have it as a support forum or a support thread. You can have like you can basically imagine you take on a client and you need to educate that client a little bit in terms of what to do with them, right? So you can create a little course, a little product, and have them go through that product as a funnel. You can then have them take a questionnaire, so which is like an onboarding process for, if you need certain information and stuff like that. So it's certainly not limited to it's only limited to your creativity. But as a straight up affiliate website to promote products on Amazon, no, I wouldn't do that.
That's a really good idea, though, what you just said.
Okay, Jay, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You showed that blog about that Usana product.
Yes.
I have seen some advertisements in the left sidebar. So so Kajabi approve Google AdSense or not?
Yes. So sorry, 1 second. Let me just go back to her website. Oh, I see what I've done.
.ca.
Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. All right. Well, yeah. So I know what you're talking about. And yes, it does have analytics.
Okay.
And it does have, so you can track. So the cool thing too with analytics is that you can track not only the people on the outside, but the people on the inside as well. So like you can see if people are going through the purchase funnel and all that kind of stuff. So these things on the sidebar are things that she's added. So this is her own product, her own book. So if I click on read more info, that takes me to her actual product, right? So that's her book.
Oh.
Yeah. This shows that she's like an accreditation. So she's a member of Dietitian of Canada. Here's her subscribe to her newsletter. Like so, there's the newsletter there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Kajabi have their own themes, right?
Say that again. I missed that.
Kajabi have their own themes.
Yes,
Like
that's
WordPress.
correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
their own themes. Yeah. Yeah.
But recently I have reviewed some like Wix and Weebly and Squarespace. so they have also their own themes, but you cannot uh, shift your site from one platform to another. Means if you have a website on Wix, you cannot shift to WordPress. So is that the problem with Kajabi?
Yeah, so that's the same type of scenario where if you have a current, like currently, if you have a WordPress site and you want to shift into Kajabi, that theme, you can't pick up that theme and just drop it in. But what you can do is you could design a theme based on the existing Kajabi themes. Like you could take a site theme, redesign it so it actually looks like the theme that you had in WordPress. So it's very diverse in terms of doing the design part, like with colors and stuff. But in terms of importing and exporting themes, that's not a compatible thing. There are people that design Kajabi themes as there are WordPress people that design WordPress themes out in this world. There's certainly not as many Kajabi themes, custom themes, as there are WordPress themes.
Okay. So is it possible on Kajabi, like I have my websites on WordPress, but if I want to only create my own product or only want to create my own training, so can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want it so that, and I've actually seen this lots of times where there's been lots of people that run like a WordPress site to do the marketing and they're blogging and stuff like that. And then they have a product that's under Kajabi, and they use like a subdomain like affiliateresources.org, where they funnel people through that way as well. So you can easily run both if you're more comfortable doing that, right?
Okay. And you have also said they have a great email system.
Correct.
So,
yeah.
Is there any limit on how many emails can you send per month? Like, in every email platform, you have a limitation.
Yeah. So there's no, in all of the tiers, they don't have a limit in terms of the amount of emails that you can send
Per month.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. The only limit is that you have people. So with this first tier at $119 a month, your limit is having 10,000 contacts in there and 1,000 active members. But what I always say about these kind of limits, like if you're at a point where your business, you have 10,000 contacts and 1,000 active members, you can afford that.
Right. Easy.
And you can afford that too. So when you're ready to take it to the next level. So.
So Jay, what would you do if you wanted to move all your stuff out of WordPress and into Kajabi?
Yeah.
How would you do that?
Yeah. So there's a variety of ways to do that. So number one, you can take the main pages and you can turn them into Kajabi pages and keep the blog there if you want, right? You can you can then just start taking your blog content over into Kajabi, doing a little bit at a time, right? So there's no, as far as I know, I think there might be an import-export feature for the blog, but I'm not sure because I've never done a blog on Kajabi.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you would have to go in the back end of one, copy it, and then go over to the other and paste it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't even need to go in the back end. You can just copy the front end, and then it retains the layout and structure of the article.
Oh, really? Okay.
Formatted, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Wow.
Like I said, it's not a you don't buy this, you don't invest in Kajabi unless you have a product idea or a product ready to roll. Because I think that's as many shiny features as it has for just straight up affiliate marketing, WordPress is your best bet. But if you're starting to sell your own product, something you might want to look at, right? And that product can be an actual physical, like a physical product where you ship it out. That'll work with Kajabi as well. A digital product, which would consist of a like digital information that comes through a video, audio, downloads, courseware, community, all of that kind of stuff. The other part is that, if you sell consulting services, that's still, or coaching services, you can easily use Kajabi as your funnel and your payment system, especially if you have a system where you have it where clients pay you on a monthly basis. Then that handles it, all the payment automatically. You don't have to bill every month, right? It just takes care of it automatically.
The downside of going from one to the other is all the investment of products and services that you've already got from being in the WordPress thing, and then I mean, you would have to really know that you were going to make big bucks to compensate for those previous investments that you've made.
Yes. So, but if you did like a break-even analysis or a cost analysis of what you're spending per month versus what you would be spending with Kajabi, it would probably end up, if you're just starting out, I think it would almost be at par, right? If you're using email marketing and you're using all this stuff, but yeah, it's certainly something where because it's not cheap, right? I mean, it's a good, when you first look at it, you get that sticker shock, right? But when you see all the things that are with it, then you can say, oh, okay, well, that makes more sense, right? That's I see the value there.
Yeah.
Right? So, Dave.
One more thing I want to ask. If you create a training or a service, then your student need to be a member of Kajabi, right?
No.
No.
They're just a member of your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Oh, right. Because your affiliate coach is, I think it's on Kajabi.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the other thing too, which is recent, is that your course can have an app, and where people can see your stuff through it's actually a Kajabi app. But if you log in with your for affiliate coach, for example, you can then access the course on your phone.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and in beta right now they have an Apple TV app as well where you can do the same thing. So if you're running like an exercise video or something where it's a little more, movement based, then an Apple TV app is certainly a way to go. And you can turn those on and off within the back end of your job.
So can we access your affiliate coach through mobile app?
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right on. David, I think I saw you waving.
Yeah. Go. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Do you have to have hosting with this?
No. Hosting is included of the app.
Oh, you'd eliminate that cost.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's with everything. That's with the website, the blog, the product delivery. It also includes a Wistia account, which is video hosting, video storage hosting, because that's a lot of people don't take that into consideration. So, because as you saw, all of the products inside the members area were all uploaded videos, right? And storage costs money, but that's included in your Kajabi account. You don't have to you don't have to create a Wistia account. It's actually created for you. Yeah, but so the video hosting is included.
Yeah, so I see what you're saying when you tally up all of the expenses that you have, all of them, then it's quite comparable.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We are way over our 30-minute mark. But this was really worth having a clearer look at, Jay, and I thank you a lot. I certainly gained an appreciation for what Kajabi can do. And And before we sort of finish off, I want to give everybody a chance to make their comments or add another question. Do I see anybody waving? I don't see anybody waving.
I see Paul waving.
Oh, is Paul? I just went by there.
Two quick questions, Jay.
Mhm.
As I like the scenario that Steve Dotto uses, where he does a free webinar that's up for a certain amount of time and then goes behind a paywall. He uses that Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
Yeah. That scenario would fit very well into this program.
It can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing is, for a company, I know one of the companies you deal with has sort of franchises across the country.
hmm
Do you see a scenario where Kajabi would be useful for that? And especially for parsing out the payments for each individual unit. Do you understand what I'm asking?
I do. So almost almost more like a CRM with payment integration,
Yeah.
so to speak, right? I think creatively, yeah, you could certainly do that. The one problem is that the payment integration can only have one Stripe account and one PayPal account. It doesn't do multiple Stripe accounts.
So the master franchise would have and then pay it back.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
So what they can essentially use is they can use the affiliate program to pay out the franchise locations
Got it.
to track it. So
Yeah. Good, great workaround.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we are almost at the top of the hour. Good heavens. So I do want to again thank you. That was really worthwhile, Jay. And I want to thank the panel members for their presence and their questions. And I want to remind those of you who are out there. I know that Kathy Pop and some of her people on Facebook are watching from afar. So I want to thank you all for being here. And now I would like to remind everyone that it's important to do what you love with passion. And we shall see you next week. And that means I'm going to put on the